If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up to show that you appreciate them. There's quite a bit of work goes into making them and also the editing side of it. Beautiful, nice, quiet morning. But we had to get one of that type sort of, you know. Just the easy way of lighting them.
All right, so you like to light some paper first.
Yeah.
Yep. And then put a handful of this chopped up sugarcane mulch.
Yep. Well, there's a fair bit of it at the moment is actually grass. Mm-hmm. It's elastomy grass.
Okay. And I found I could get this chopped up sugarcane mulch at the local produce shop in a bag for about $15.
Yeah, I think it's about $15 up at Redlands Produce.
Yep.
Once you get it really going, then the secret is not to shove it right in, otherwise you snuff and to keep your smoker going, keep your hand on the bellows.
So get about half of it hot and then put another load on top.
As long as you've got plenty of smoke there, it'll keep going. But if you stop then when you start to work your hives and don't give it a thought, no. See, that's some grass there now, sir.
Yeah. And then do you top it up every few hives, do you?
No, wait till it gets pretty hot.
Okay.
Sometimes, depending on how much you're using it could last you for half, 3/4 of an hour, depending on how much you're using it.
Excellent.
But the main thing is if I stop now, it'll snuff.
Okay.
I left it for a few minutes.
And then you test how hot it is on your hand when you're blowing it to make sure it's not fire coming out?
You know by what smoke's coming out. Well, there's not much smoke coming out when you watch it.
Subscribe to learn more.
Getting too hot.
Yep.
And we had one person that touched the bottom here, one of my students.
Right.
And she got 3rd-degree burns.
Nice.
Oh,
okay.
Shit. We told them all not to touch the bottom. And what did she do? About 2 minutes later, bloody hell, couldn't believe it.
So here we are today at the apiary. It's the 27th of May 2023. It's Saturday, and we're here today because Alan's going to help me out with a mated queen today because one of my nukes balled the virgin queen that I was trying to rear. So we're here to try and catch some mated queens so I can keep my nuke going over the what's about to become the Australian winter, or the Brisbane winter anyway. So we've got this is a 10 frame box that's split up into three bays. So it's a three bays with how many frames in each one? Is it?
Three in each. 3
in each one.
Yep. This one here has got an old queen that I took the queen out of, and I've put the old queen in here just so that she ticks over. So we'll have a check of her first, see whether they balled her or not. I like to change my queens over between 12 and 15 months in my honey production hives.
The queen was removed from this nuke and placed in a honey production hive using the Tech 5-minute queen exchange, and the queen from the honey production hive was replaced back in this hive.
A foundation that was put in this nuke 2 weeks ago. And look at the brood that's in it.
Okay, so they've drawn out probably 3/4 of it, haven't they?
Yep.
And is that, what do we see in there? Is there nectar? That's good, larvae?
Yeah, that's all larvae, the whole lot there.
Okay, so they've laid out a nice button of larvae.
Yeah, a little bit of nectar there, just right around the edge.
But a little bit of nectar on the edge,
yes.
And then we've got some undrawn comb here, and depending on the local conditions, they may or may not draw that over the next few weeks.
Yeah, when we put this in a few days after we got all that rain, so that sort of buggered things up a bit.
Okay, and we're just coming into a bit of a cooler spell at the moment. It was 26 degrees C here yesterday, but this week we're starting to get down around 21 during the day and about 7 or 8 degrees at night. So,
no, can't see it. They may have balled it too, I don't know. This is why I just want to double check.
So this one was raised from a cell, was it?
Yeah, this was a cell, yes.
And we've got an arrow that you've put here so we knew which frame it was on.
Yep.
And they seem fairly calm on the on the comb, they don't seem jittery like
No.
when they're queenless, do they?
No. Well, I can't see anything there anyway. That's the beauty of the white, it really sticks out.
Yes.
No, looks like they've balled her, they've killed her.
Okay.
Have a look at it. I'll have a look here, just to double check. Queens, once a queen is killed or something's happened to her, it's generally between 8 and 24 hours that they will start drawing queen cell. So it's only about 24 hours since there was a queen put in here. So
Yeah, I think I noticed on one of those frames you had some, probably looked like the larvae was maybe 3 or 4 days old, was it? Or?
yeah, yes, that was the first frame.
Okay. Got sealed brood there.
Yeah, seal brood there.
You can see they're backfilling some of the holes with honey, and
there's no
over here
eggs.
we can see some
larvae.
more mature.
Yeah.
Where is he? There it is. So we've got some mature larvae, some cap cells, but no eggs.
No, there's no eggs in that one.
So we know she hasn't been in there laying for at least a few days.
And there's not enough bees in there. If the queen was in there, she'd stand out like a you know what. So that's that one there.
So Alan, at this time of the year, just coming into winter, if you were to drop another cell into this 3-frame nuke now, would you think that population of bees is a good number of bees to carry it through, or would it be a little too weak?
No, it's a bit too weak.
Okay.
Because it takes from egg, like once I get seal cells here 5 to 7 days later, I'll knock that queen on the head. Knock that cell on the head, destroy all the cells, and I'll take the slide out and amalgamate it, so it'll become a 6-frame nuke. So I'm just putting this one in here to see if they would accept her or whether they wouldn't.
So the history on this 3-frame, that it was a queenless 3-frame.
No, it was a Queen Right Super, Queen Right Hive 3-frame. Yesterday I took the queen out of this hive and transferred it into hive 9 over there, and took the queen out of hive 9 and transferred that queen into here. She's an old queen, she's over 12 months old, so that's possibly why they've killed her. Anyway, what I'll do with this one here, I'll come back in 5 to 7 days time, check to see, because with that ball of bees there, it's very hard to see just how the see if you can find a queen, and it's very hard to find.
So we'll put a little bit of smoke on to encourage them to go back down inside to keep the numbers up.
Yeah, because here there's no ventilation in the top. It's a solid solid sheet material. Right, so I'll do the next one. This one here, I didn't get back to this hive because of the wet for a fortnight, and this centre one here, it swarmed on me.
Okay, so it's a nice drawn frame with a fair bit of nectar in it.
Yeah, well, I've given all these nukes a frame of foundation because of the tea tree coming in. If you put your hand over the top there, you can feel the warmth. Just put your hand over there, feel how much warmth is coming out of it.
It is.
It's phenomenal, eh?
It's amazing.
Right, so there's your cells. There's the one that hatched, and that one there. See how it's the sides have been pulled down. That tells me that queen there destroyed that cell. And we probably won't. She won't be laying yet. She'll be another week or so before she's laying.
Okay.
But at least I know that she has. That queen has emerged.
Yep.
Now see here.
The way that brood is.
You don't want it.
Yeah, so we're going to clean that back so they sit
bloody
nicely.
nuisance.
So for that one, Alan, you're just going to come back in a week or so and just see whether she's maybe mated.
Well, she would have hatched about 7 days ago. So it's best to come back 3.5 weeks or thereabouts to see just how this performing, or whether she's come back and mated and laying.
Right.
And 3.5 weeks after she actually hatches is when it's the time to check them.
So that gives her about a week to mature, a week to go and get mated, and then a week to lay.
Yep, week to lay. I found that we have been checking them 14 days after we put the cell in, and we found that's too early. It's got to be at least another week. But you don't want it 4 weeks, because if you leave it 4 weeks, if there's no queen come back to start laying, they could be start to becoming a drone layer.
Yep.
So that's what you've got to be careful of. Right, so have a look at this one here. Number 9.
So talk us through what you see there, Alan.
Now each one of these, because of the strength, 2 weeks ago we put a frame of foundation in every one. So this is what they've done in 2 weeks.
So that was that was just a foundation came in. So in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, they've drawn the majority of it out, and they've got sealed brood in it.
So we've got a little section of sealed brood, some sort of mid-age larvae there.
Yep. You can zoom in if you want to,
Okay.
to save you.
Sticking the camera in your face.
Creeping right in. Right. So this is a frame of honey.
Okay.
So there's your frame of honey. This is the honey that we put in when we started, and this is all new nectar. You can see the light colour. Hasn't been capped yet. Now this one here, there's a lot here of open cells. So what I'll do there is I'll turn it around, so they'll start filling that.
So in that case, now we have the full side of honey to the outside for insulation.
Yep.
Some open cells in the middle for them to lay into.
That'll allow them to either lay into or to put honey in. Put nectar in.
Okay, so that'll let the queen expand, and maybe then she won't swarm.
Yep.
And do you see any eggs on this one, Alan? I'll jump around so we get the light. Doesn't look like a lot of early stage stuff, does it?
This is my first season with trialling these 3-way nukes. And I think it's a bad omen during the winter time to start, but I wanted to experiment.
And what are you thinking about the 3 frames during winter in Brisbane?
Well, not. I don't think they're a good application.
Okay. Do you think they run out of room too quickly around here, or?
No, it's not enough to keep all your warmth in.
I see. Okay.
You really need more bees than what we've got here. Trying to find eggs, but I can't find eggs either, so I'd say we've got no queen in this one either. There she is. Oh, there she is. There she is.
There she is.
Hang on a tick.
Yeah, I got her. There she is.
You see her?
I can, yeah.
There she is. Just have a look at this other frame here. I think you'll probably find there'll be eggs in here. Oh yeah, look. Look, they're going to be pretty hard to see them.
It is always harder to find eggs on new comb.
Yeah, you sort of got to look down from that angle. Yeah, that's all eggs. Yeah, so you probably won't see it.
So we can see from there's a section of
The queen. Always like to put her in last.
she walks down.
There she goes. So the amount of bees and the amount of brood there, it's still quite okay in my opinion. But they'll survive the winter, and we'll be checking them again in 7 days' time.
So these 3-frame mating boxes have got some security mesh there. We can swing down to close off the door. And Alan, I noticed the entrances are fairly small on
Yes,
this
well,
three frame you've built.
No, I didn't build these. I just modified them. I
Okay.
purchased these whole
Right.
and modified them.
Because you normally prefer to have your entrances bigger, I think, don't you?
Yeah,
Or-
well, on the 4 frame and 5 frame, they're full width.
Please like, subscribe and click the bell to my channels. Thanks for watching. All Aussie content.